allow the children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary political, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary political, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Sùràjù. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Ayé Sùràjù. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Ayé Sùràjù.
Hello there. So good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. Thank you very much for joining me. Please read the caption of the broadcast, which I bet you have already. Also, read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, just like the broadcast. Share it, invite your friend, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. And if you have done all of that, thank you very much. Today, the news making round is that of Werey Wike, who has now been exposed, as we predicted it on this platform, and possibly many others did too, that the campaign of land grabbing that Werey Wike embarked upon in Abuja, it is not for urban development. It is not for anything other than just land grabbing for themselves. El Rufai did it. A majority of those who have been ministers of Abuja, they also did, but not with this kind of noise. So we now have a record of Werey Wike allocating over 2,000 hectares of land in Abuja, and that is 40,000 plots of land to his own proxies in a to a company that is believed to be a proxy or a front for his own son, Joaq. So we're going to touch that this evening. But first, Koolu assigned your, what do you call it? He assigned your tax bills into law. And you remember so many arguments and, analysis and what have you on Koolu's planned tax bill. So the selling point for the guy who pushed this, right, his selling point is that Nigerians won't pay more taxes. Like more Nigerians won't pay more taxes. Rather, those who actually earn more, that are paying less now, will now be covered and they will pay more. Like Koolu said during just before the charade election. So I don't have any explanation to really give on that, other than just to point out a few things for a layman understanding. So Koolu and his gang, the arrangement of putting together a new tax system, right, also includes, it's not just about the collection, it also includes the sharing too. And there is, they have this supposed law that determines how they share money. That is, federal government revenue. So to understand it, right, Nigeria has three sort of like, arms? The arms of government. Where have you? Anyway, so the federal government of Nigeria, which is led by Tifnubu and his gang, so they take most of the taxes because it is the center that after taking in all the taxes, they call them federal taxes. Okay, so the taxes, and then maybe the sales of crude oil, money from that, proceed from that. So the whole money goes into a jar. They call it the national purse. Put it that way. So the whole money goes in there, and every month So they have a sharing formula where the federal government will take some, 55%, I think. State will take some, 25% or thereabout. Then the local government areas will share the remaining 20%. So before now, whenever this money is put or was put together, so it is expected that it will be shared by their population, something that a lot of people frowned at. For instance, the southern part of Nigeria, or should I say Lagos State alone, contributes over 80% of the VAT for the entire country. It was that massive, right? And what Lagos gets back from that is less than 5% of the whole money. So you see this kind of imbalance is the argument of those that say, listen, there are more people everywhere who could have paid these taxes. So our technique will bring all of them all together. We can pull all this money together, and then there will be more money to share. That's the selling point. But inside that buried stuff is Tifnumbu's everlasting, what do you call that thing again? Is it legacy? The legacy of corruption. And that is the part where the FIRS, that is the Federal Inland Revenue Service, I think they have changed them right now. According to Tifnumbu, they are now going to be called Revenue Mobilization something. So they've changed the name. So in this law, there is a clause there that allows them to hire a third party to collect the taxes for them. That part of argument was where people felt like Tifnumbu was going to insert his Lagos kind of alpha beta into it. So they argued it that no, it wasn't so. In fact, they would take it out, but it's still there. And that is what Tifnumbu signed today. So what they promised everyone is that if you are not earning 800,000 naira, you no longer pay tax in Nigeria. So 800,000 means if you are not earning 800,000 in a year, so that is like you should be earning like 65,000 naira a month. Because if you are earning the minimum wage, that is going to take you over 800,000. So you will pay tax, which is I think 30% or something. So, but they believe that a lot of Nigerians are really poor. They don't earn that much. The only thing is that there are those who earn between that 70,000 and maybe 70 million. Those people will need to pay more. So right now, like they did with your subsidy removal, which they told you that it was in your own interest. Now, these are the sweetest part of it, too, because the other part that got a lot of them riled up, and it kind of felt like, you know, it is not really so different from what they had before. And what is that? The Northerners, they raised objection to this bill because according to them, it's a law that is going to expose their dependability on the rest of Nigeria, something they don't really love to admit, right? So it simply means that sharing formula right now was supposed to kind of like make it add or reduce what they will get in number kind of a form. Let's use the number. So Tifnumbu's tax bill, the one that became, not this one that he's signing, or the one that he's signing right now is different from that one that was controversial, right? So the one that was controversial, when they put it into like figure, right, was like, let's say the whole northern Nigeria, including middle belt of Nigeria, because that's the way they rate them, 19 northern states. So it's like all of them contributing, or yeah, let's say all of them contributed 100 billion naira. Oh, that's a lot. Never really contributed that. So let's say all of the entire 19 states in the northern Nigeria contributed 50 billion naira in a year, a whole year. But that same year, they received over 300 billion. Do you understand that now? So another example is like the states like Zamfara. Zamfara contributed, the VAT of Zamfara contributed a paltry, I think, 300 million or something, a year. And I think it was 2023 or 2024. And Zamfara cashed out over 15 billion that same year from the money they shared from the proceeds of the VAT. So what if Numbu proposed that got some of you to say, yeah, that's better? So derivation, population, and the third one. I said I wasn't going to analyze this much anyway, but let's just mention it, okay? So the first part was going to say, from that 300 billion, for example, in a year, Northern Nigeria will be cut down to about 160 billion a year. Do you understand that? They said that's going to make a significant kind of like impact on them. So they rejected it. So then behind this thing, they went back and reinserted, the sharing formula that they had before. All right. So, and Koolu got it like, okay, yeah, we've reached a compromise. So let's sign it. Because the intention of Koolu that is selling this Kool-Aid to the rest of you and is especially that guy that led the entire project, right? What they are selling to people is that there will be more money. Do you get that now? To the poor people, don't worry, you won't pay tax. What happened is that with your BVN, your signed up link, right? With this law right now, all they need to start billing you is to see your cash inflow in such a way that they can see them and, be able to say, look at this one that is signed up as unemployed. But here, you have seen it in your pay slip, your bank statement, that you are collecting contract that or something like that, right? So they could easily just come for you. And that would be a good thing in a way that everybody pays. But what happens to the money? So the Zobo they are selling to them in Nigeria is that this is going to make more money available to share, primarily just more money to share. And if you are a poor man, as long as you are not earning 70,000 naira a month, there's no 70,000 naira in your bank account in a month, then yeah, you don't have to worry, Jerry. It's for other people, not you. So if you are a business owner, that's another one. If you are a business owner and you are not earning above 3 million, if you are earning in now this 3 million right now, we just have to like probe it anyway. So 3 million means in a year, I think it should be in a year. So as a business, if you are not making, so if you are making less than 3 million in a year, you won't pay tax. Then as a corporate body, I think 5 million are being considered. So they shall categorize it that way, that those of you who have your own personal businesses, as long as you have a bank account, they are going to hold you. And like I said, tax is good. There are many countries in the world where they don't even have any resources per se. And their country is built on taxation. And that money, that taxes goes into investing in infrastructures that will further improve the economies of such countries. But in Nigeria, it is an example is the subsidy removal. I don't know how many of you will remember how many times they gaslighted you, how many people were on TV, radio, newspaper, online, explaining to you that whatever it is you are going through then, right? Just remember that it is Steve Numbu, the master strategist. He knew what he was doing. Subsidy money will now be today we're asking them about the subsidy money. That where have you reinvested that money? The subsidy money that people had to and people died, though. In case if you don't know, you are just dealing with a set of criminals who are also soulless, sort of. So if you ask them right now, how much have you saved They say, but most states are getting more money. It's like, Baba, economy, what's it they call it? This economy of scale, this voodoo economy, so to say. When this state, I've done this before, again, they devalued your naira. And then a local government area that used to collect 200 million naira, today, that local government is collecting 400, 500 million. And what they are not, possibly don't want you to look at, is the value of that 500 million naira. Tifnubu came, crashed your naira, and they said it's a good thing. It devalued the naira. It's a good thing. World Bank condition. You see, this tax reform stuff that they put together too is also a World Bank idea. They said, Nigerians, with your population, you are not paying enough taxes. And they need to be guaranteed that they will take more money from you if they want more loans. It's a very simple thing. So the bottom line is that they are asking you to squeeze it out. And they are making laws to actually squeeze it from you. But there is no law that punishes them whenever they squander your tax. Do you get? In this, their tax law is about how to collect, how to share, who is to collect it, and who is to share it. Who will pay, how much, when, and those who will not pay. So they cherry pick all the fancy ones and throw. But as much as they are making laws on how to get more money from you so that they can go to their creditors and say, listen, we have done a tax improvement. And if you have not forgotten, Kenyans that are protesting today, the same bill, tax bill that Ifnubu signed today, and some of you don't even know, probably don't even care, is the reason why Kenyans are back on the streets right now. It's the reason why over 60 Kenyans were killed last year. It's the reason why the Parliament of Kenya got dissolved mid-session. This tax bill. Because it was to make sure that you codify this new tax stuff that guarantees that you can get more money, squeeze more. But there is no part of that law that says if they steal a penny from that, death by hanging. Imagine. I will support that too. Yeah? Imagine if part of the law says anybody caught to have mismanaged any part of the tax collected under this law shall have no right to anything like fine upon being guilty, life imprisonment with no right to parole, like they can't release him, let's say, after 10 years, 20. No. He will be like die in prison. That would make sense. I'm just saying. But right now, they are everywhere telling everybody, the historic day is a very, very historic day. You know, the usual. Then you wait for but it's not going to effect right away. It's going to start from the 1st of January, I think, 2026. So Tifnubu and his gang are telling themselves that they are making more money now. The local governments are getting more money. I was saying that earlier. The states are getting more money. Even the states themselves are saying, we are paying our debt now. We are not borrowing money again. Lies. So you see, all these things are kind of like programmed in a way. You listen to this. You devalued your currency. When Tifnubu came in 2 years ago, $1 to naira was 420 naira to $1. When Tifnubu came in, they are officially, then unofficially, 700 naira to $1. Today, when Tifnubu came in, the dollar to naira, naira to dollar right now is 1,700 naira, officially 1,700 naira to $1. That is like 3 for that is like 500% devaluation. They went on TV, they say it's a good thing. That automatically means if you have 500 million naira, the value you are going to really get for it is not different from the value you are going to get for 80 million naira. Yeah. 80 times 5. 40. Or 400 rather. So 500 million. 70 million naira. If you have 500 million naira right now in your bank, or let's say you had 500 million naira in 2023, the value of that 500 million naira in 2023 in dollar rate, you will put it somewhere around, let's say, maybe $1.1 billion. Are you following? That is 500 million naira. $1.1 million 2 years ago. Tifnubu and his gang came in. A dollar turned 1,700 naira to $1. A dollar turned to 1,700 naira. And do you know how much is $1 billion now? 1.7 billion naira. Yeah, 1.7 billion naira. Do you know how much is 100,000 naira now? $100,000. 170 million naira. So, what does that tell you? It tells you that your 500 million naira in 2023 today is now far less. But if you add 500 million naira in if you had $1.1 million in 2023, that was worth 500 million naira. Today, your $1.1 million is still $1.1 million. But in naira, it will now be worth 1.8 billion naira, not 500 million naira anymore. So that's what Tifnubu did to you. So now if you are a local government area, they used to collect 100 million naira, or let's say 200 million naira. How much do you think 200 million naira of 2023 is worth right now? Just guess. Me too, I'm not giving accurate figure, but I'm giving something not too close, not too far off, just to give you the idea of what their voodoo economy has done to you. Yeah, 200 million naira in 2023. And then, how much do you think that is worth in today's value? Like devaluation stuff, right? Anyway, maybe you should work on that. I'm just kind of trying to explain to you that they want you to believe they are getting more money, right? But in a nutshell, they are actually getting less money that looks so big. Because at the end of the day, right, they're still unable to pay salaries. Yeah, they are still unable to pay the minimum wage. Even if Numbu is here to pay minimum wage to the federal government staffs, our workers. Werey Wike is still paying 30,000 naira in Abuja to teachers. And they are protesting. There are other members of a different federal government staff that are protesting the non-payment of the minimum wage right now. But they're already giving themselves award as part of, So the bottom line is that Tifnumbu, they are like a snake venom merchant. Snake venom merchant. It is like that of a Werey Wike. Tax is good, like I said. There should be jail time, like serious jail time for those that will take this money and decide to go buy themselves, real estate abroad. And you that seated there, arguing for them, explaining to people how this is going to benefit them. I mean, those of you who explain the minimum wage to, I explain the subsidy removal to people. Today, you are doubling down. You are seeing the effect, the failure of all of that, right? But they are doubling down. They said they made the greatest decision to make him feel good. He has now signed the World Bank, IMF influenced tax reform in Nigeria. So it's now time for everybody to sit back and see how that plays out. Right? Werey Wike and Sons, Nigeria Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, just before we go to Werey Wike, I actually had I have a clip of Koolu signing this. So the more use and wrap it.
Today, and may God bless Nigeria, and God bless you. Mr. President, today is the happiest day of my life. This is the dream come true. Generation of God will change the financial landscape of this country. Thank God we are here. In a few months, Nigeria will continue to continue to encourage. And most importantly, the lesson that I can take during this course. God bless you, sir.
And the two guys with that. So Oladele and then Zach, the other, that one with skinny head, right? That's the FIRS guy. But they've changed their names, their name now to something else. And they have also created a board. It's like job for the boys as well. But it's just coming to eat. But the real effect of it should be what they do with that money. Don't call me skeptic. All right? You may be optimistic, which is good for you. But sometimes I shouldn't waste energy on something that is still going to come back to bite you and everyone. Because if I say it right now, it's always going to be like, hey, but it's a good thing. Like the subsidy removal, it is a good thing. You'll find out later. Like Werey Wike's madness in Abuja, some said it's a good thing. Werey Wike, who became minister of Abuja in August 2023. And by October 2023, Werey Wike and his allies, they registered a company. And that company is called Joaq Farms and Estates. As Werey Wike keeps going after the landowners in Abuja, revoking their CFOs, calling them fake and all that, call them squatters. Werey Wike was reallocating the same land to family, friends, associates, proxies, and so on. Now, this has now become public. It's not new. It is what they do in Nigeria every now and then. They bulumayi. is doing the same thing right now along the coastal road, Lagos Coastal Road. It is what they do. These are criminals. And I said it back then. I said, you see all this nonsense he's doing, though. It's not for urban development, anything, no. This guy went into already built areas that people have built their houses since 80s, 70s. And because he's the minister who has the power to revoke the CFO, and the law gives him that right, that power. Do you know another thing the law also empowers him to do? And that is, he can allocate lands to himself, to his family members, and it won't be a crime. Do you know that? But it is morally kind of like, wrong. Do you know their law does not forbid them from taking land from anybody and allocating it to themselves or family members? You see this reaction that is coming up, or this revolution coming up, in the face of their law, in that contraption, he's done nothing wrong. But at the same time, because they do it in a way that, it will be difficult even for government to take it from them when they are no longer in power. And that is why most times they just use fronts. People's Gazette released this document, the CFO, which we have also traced to another group of people. You see that little boy with Werey Wike's second born, they said. Yeah, that is Joaquin Werey Wike's second son. And he is in his own name that they shortened to Joaq Farms and Estates Limited. You see, the guys behind this, fictitious or fraudulent, what do you call it? The guys behind this fraudulent company, right? They are Werey Wike's men. In a normal way, their names, because we have to go to the CAC. That is, what do you call that, your CAC again? Current Affairs Commission. Wait with that. So the CAC online is able to reveal the owners of this company or this farm. And this is enough, to know, the guys they are using as front. Here is the first one. Is that Sandy, Ojang Honor, Ako Adapoyi, Kinsley Ogundu Chinda. You know Chinda? Honorable Chinda. Okay. Then you have Tech Farms and Estates. Right? And who are the owners of shareholders, rather, the shareholders? You have the likes of Polo Siso Farms and Estates, another subsidiary of another fictitious front company that Werey Wike opened towards the end of 2023. Right? Ah, man. Something that social media works so well that if anyone feels deceived, it is because you allowed it. The information is so out there, right? That's rather than for you to get confused. Like if people like us could have all of this and could even look into all of this guy not care that this thing is in the public. They don't care. Why should they? When they are the ones in power. So there is no fear of any consequences. Right? So Werey Wike now responded through Lere Olayinka. He said, it's some enemies, they always call people enemies, enemies after them. Werey Wike recently has been, parading his sons, his two of them. He's been taking them everywhere. Something that others, the observers believe, is trying to, get them acquainted with the movers and shakers in Abuja, the seat of power, so that you can get to know that these are, his own sons, and they matter a lot. So 40,000 plot of land. Do you know how much they sell each land? I'm going to go get, give me a second. I'm going to go and get give me a sec. The CFO, the one that I can possibly see on this screen, right? So give me a sec. 2,082 hectares of land, which is approximately 40,000 plots of land. But before they allocated in total of that 40,000 plots in Maitama, Werey Wike, after the company, this Joaq Farms and Estates, right? After it got registered in October 2023, just 2 months after Werey Wike became Minister of FCT, Joaq Farms and Estates received the first batch of allocated land of 350 hectares of land. So far, so good. People's Gazette that exposed this CO4 and all that said there is actually more. This is just a tip that they now have access to the newly approved or allocated or reallocated lands in Abuja by Werey Wike and the people that fill the whole list. And we are talking about thousands of lands. So they go about, they look around, they be like, you know what? Can you please get me the lot number of this area? They say, this is the lot number, sir. You know what? Go and tell all of them that the government want to take the land. So if you now take a look at this, I don't know if I am just an olodo, and I see, I will accept that, gladly accept, that. However, I want you to help me. So this square meter, this 2.56 square meter, with a sign naira that says premium, rent per annum, improvement value, blah, 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 that zero there. So now if you go on and check that first one that said premium and naira sign, then 2.56 square meter or something, right? She going to 2 naira 56 kobo. Because it's like, it's supposed to be the charges, Abi. I've been looking for the exact figure, and it's not really been like figuring for me. She gets. So, Werey Wike allocated this land, 2,082 hectares of land, 40,000 plots of land to his son. So Lere came and said, people are just mischief makers, idiots, blah, blah, blah. He called people names, right? Said, fake news journalist. That did they not go and check the owners of the company? Rather than, because the name starts with Joaq, and they automatically felt like it is, nobody is stupid, or everybody can continue to pretend because everybody knows what they are doing. Do you understand? But taking people's land, people who have built their houses, some of them, they bought this land from the supposed real owners. The real owners who believed that they had the real documents. They woke up and they realized that Werey Wike had revoked all their CFOs. All their documents became invalid. He brought in the bulldozers, demolished their homes, rendered them homeless, only for him to give the lands to his own friends and families for 99 years rent. "99 years, Werey Wike. You try." The people of Ogede in Edo State, they have been in the news for the past 2 weeks, and they have been in the news prior to that, since they have come under this intense oppression in the hands of the Nigerian military. They said they gave lands to the Nigerian military to build barrack. Now, they built a barrack in this part of Ogede, only for the soldiers to now start going after everyone in the community, demolishing their homes and beating them up. They've been in the news for a couple of weeks now. I have not heard a single statement from their governor. And they, they went to the Oba's palace, they chased them. They went to the governor's place, they chased them. So the only place left for them is the social media. And guess who turned up there today to help, as usual, to help amplify their suffering. Baba, for Yolando, in Nigeria, very dark man was there.
So I am live in Ogede community in the Benin city of Edo State, where there has been a lot of destruction. I just went around the community, a lot of destruction by the Nigerian army. Now, this is the first time I am seeing where the army is marking properties and demolishing it by themselves. After going around, I'll also take you around. Alright, so I am live in Ogede community, where the village people are crying that the Nigerian army is destroying their property and forcefully taking their lands. And they are also making a lot of allegations. I'll take you around. Like this house now, there are people living in it. So the army just came, according to them, army just came and just started scattering. Have you, Baba? How it happen?
When I dey sleep for afternoon, so when the leg dey pain me, I no well. Now they command me for inside main road. And they start take me sit down for that place. For the main road. And before I look, now they carry hammer and I be beg. Now I just say, now my pikin property now they destroy.
Okay, now your pikin now they cry for social media saying now in house with you. Okay, now the house with this so.
So what you are going to do? Well, before I look, now be the gun where they say hit me, now they pay me to nothing. I know the people they go anymore.
Sorry, sir.
Now sit down. For that place now, it's more than 100 command me. Now that's okay. When I put for the heart, press me. I just have to scatter it.
I think I go around and see the scattering because I don't see a lot of destruction where they don't do around. Yes, and they said na army na in the cross boundary. Yeah. So they won't continue to take over everywhere. So I don't know if you remember the video where somebody was. I don't know if you remember the video where somebody was crying that Nigerian army scattered his property and this and that. So this is the community, and I'll take you around. I've seen a lot of destruction. This place was destroyed by the Nigerian army as well. So there are a lot of destruction. Oh, but this one has still fresh house. So this is new property.
This na new property. Now day first day they destroy this one. Day first day afternoon. And they destroy this one. We still take this one. Let's go the other one.
Let's go. Let's come with it.
For country where money not there. I see.
This one now they not touch down. They will mark am.
Oh. Common man they suffer for this country, sha.
People don't run. Because many are fed up like, where do we go from here? Nobody knows.
But where the barrack, where the army barrack?
It's different.
Far from here.
They're very far from here.
You will see for yourself. This one on my own.
Oh man.
For you now, you get papers of this land.
And I'll take you to my guy. Before my guy started building, he went to a land and survey. He said,
so this is your property.
This is my property. Therefore, yesterday, I will do this one.
And you ask the right question before you buy land.
I'm an indigene of this community. I'm just an indigene of this community. My father is from this community, village. My mother is from this community. My family is from this community. Not because they say
But you carry come with the food. I won't be the same with the top. May not be as if we did for bros. Now you are saying that the Nigerian army destroyed your property. Yes. And I've seen a lot of destruction. Yeah. Thank God say you dey here and this na your property. Yeah. You sure say you get the right documentation for this your property?
I have the documentation even before, despite the fact that I'm an indigenous of this community. Okay. I went to land and survey before starting any structure, and it was clearly proved that the land is on freehold. It belongs to the community. They indicated all where army or government land are being situated, and there was nothing like that. Okay. I have my government survey here. Okay. I have documents.
Bro, let's go.
If you want to see, you can see. This house is fenced. The burglary you can see for yourself. The burglary, I've started living in one room.
How long did you start this building?
This building has been, I roofed this house for.
How long did you start this building? The foundation, when you did
the foundation was 2011. 2011 I started building.
So I am live in.
So imagine Nigerian army now marking people's houses. So their own argument is that the entire community land belongs to them. It's government's land. And the people are aware that, or they are hearing that the plot is to get rid of all these people from that place so that they can use part of the place for their Ruga settlements, the cattle ranches that Ifnubu is planning to build for the Fulani terrorists across Nigeria. They said it, I didn't say it. They said they heard. They want to chase us out of our land and then import the Fulani terrorists to this place. And that is why the Nigerian army are now busy terrorizing this community. Okay, the community. It's actually an existing community. You know? So Very Dark Man was there. Just like effort for fact finding, you call it. In that same Edo State too. I don't know if you probably know. You should anyway. If you are from Edo State, you are never going to say you don't know this. It is not just Benue, Zamfara, and all these places that they have the victims of insecurity. Edo State has been battling with these Fulani terrorists as well. To the extent that some communities in Edo State, right now, they are under the siege of these terrorists in their forest. You know what I mean now? So when you hear the people of Yoruba who are becoming so agitated, it is because they've lost their loved ones to these murderous Fulani terrorists. There is an IDP camp in Edo State. IDP camp. And in one of them, they have more than 30,000 children. Children in Edo State.
We are live at IDP camp, Edo State. I want you to know that over here in this camp, they have more than 3,000 underprivileged children. I made a video the other day to tell you that we are in Edo State and we would love to feed so many children. Someone directed us to this camp. We came to make inquiry and they gave us opportunities for us to cook for their children. So we are finished cooking and look at the children here. They are much. I want to spend days with them. I want to cook for them every single day for at least 1 week. I would love you to send your contribution, any amounts of money that you have to support this mission. 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira, food items donation for us to be able to feed these children. We will really appreciate it. We are currently on a mission to feed 1 million children. And over here we have 3,000 children. You can wave your hands, everybody. Wave your hands. You can see the numbers. They are much. Don't play. They are much. 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 Please, any amount amount that you have to support us, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's not easy to feed these children. Before we feed them, 5 bags of rice is gone, 10 bags of rice is gone, 15 bags of rice is gone on daily basis. That is what the facility is passing through. So please, I would love you to support us. Thank you so much for all the love and the contribution you've shown towards our brand. God bless you and see you in our next video. Bye-bye.
They are not Alimajiri. They didn't import them from Zamfara. And there is no, see, don't be ashamed or try to want to. Don't feel attacked. It's been there for more than 5 years now. And these are not Alimajiri from Kano. These are not beggars on the street they put somewhere. These are children of the victims of displacement in Edo State. How come it's underreported? There are so many things underreported. So many. And that's why when people like us continue to hammer on it, some people, the way they have been programmed, is like, well, Benny, they talk too much, Jare. Tell us another thing. And we are talking about people whose lives have been altered by all of these activities. That will be the second time I'm actually sharing it. You know? But you just be like, oh, more, so possible, how come? You remember that time when I used to share with us the victims of Fulani terrorists in Ogun State that ended up in Bobe, in Benin Republic, running away from their own country. 4 pregnant women delivered their babies while running away to our Benin Republic from Ogun State. Same thing is happening in Oyo State. And by the time you begin to go to the Bakassi Peninsula, Calabar, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and you begin to go in there, then you see another loads of tens of thousands of Nigerians displaced. This time, this is not Fulani terrorists too. Some other inter-community clashes that are also underreported in Nigeria. Nigeria is like a war zone whose leaders continue to throw parties, hoping that nobody will notice that they are at war at those states. Talking about war. Here is a community in that same Niger Delta. The oil producing region of Nigeria. The amount of gas that they flare every day that is just blowing and wasting away in Niger Delta can power Nigeria 24/7 electricity for the next 500 years. And I'm not exaggerating. It's gas. There are communities like this in that same place.
Okay, we just got to Dojaland. This is Dojaland. You can see it now. Dojaland is a community in Ogoloma, in Okrika, River State, Nigeria, precisely. I got to know about this place when I was doing a passing for a documentary with some women, and a lot of persons reached out to me to go know their needs. Let's see how they feed, how they exist here. Now, this is it. This is Dojaland. Now, these people per se surprise you from our findings that they are under a constituency, which is Ward 6 in Okrika. Units 13 and 14, there are 2 units here. Now, this is how it is. Now, to surprise you to know that this particular place has been existing for a very long time, okay? What are we doing here? We're here to explore, we're here to know their needs, to reach back to those persons that reach out to us, okay? At the same time, know how they exist and how they've been able to live here without good water, no lights. Let's just know, so this is what we are doing here today, and we will be here for some days, okay? So this is Dojaland, and it has been a very beautiful experience. We've been on this boat for more than 2 hours. Okay, myself and my team, we've been here. So with the team, we just got to, they call it the jetty in this particular community. So we're gonna highlight here. Oh, so finally we just got to Dojaland after spending more than 2 hours. Okay, so it's my team. It's been a very beautiful experience. So this is a community. This is how it is. Oh,
So they have no water, even though they are surrounded by water, sea water. They have no road, any connecting wherever you know. They have no school, hospital. Government doesn't exist there, Sha, and it is in Okrika. Okrika is a popular place in the river states, oil rich, you will say. This is the story of many, many, many places in that contraption and their leaders. Well, I'm thinking of taking us through to Ondo. Let's go to Ondo quickly before we delve into these people destroying people's requirement. All right, I've been a requirement. Anyway, few days ago, I personally shared that too, right? When the government or the governor of Ondo State moved their bulldozers to a memorial sort of a park built by Akeredolu in memory of the 2022 Owo massacre victim, when over 80 worshippers were massacred, including children, inside a church, Catholic church in Owo. So Akeredolu built a memorial park where the names and all that of the victims were printed in a plaque. But they said that Ondo State Governor Ayedatiwa decided to demolish it because that memorial park has no any commercial value or something like that. It's got no economic value. Why should the memorial have economic value? Like, Akeredolu was from Owo. The massacre took place in Owo. He was their governor at the time. It was the right thing to do in a country where people have been turned to just statistics. 70 people killed, 15 people killed. Nobody cares to know their names or what they look like. So if anybody puts something anywhere else, I mean, come on. They said they were to demolish it. Well, they've demolished it anyway. So I should stop using the future tense anyway. So they have demolished it in order to build a shopping complex. But they demolished the memorial park so that they could build a shopping complex. And there are shopping complex in Nigeria. That straight building that will just be long like this with shops. Funny structure like that. So that somebody can be collecting rent, Abi. Anyway, Akeredolu's wife, Akeredolu's widow, Betty Akeredolu, she's been a source, she's been kind of like a source of troll for some of the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, parading themselves as Yorubas, abusing and attacking her because she's Igbo. Now, some said the reason why they didn't like her is because she was the one that was controlling her husband. And, they hated her for that. So she took to the social media to condemn this aberration. She called Ayedatiwa a betrayer, a traitor to Akeredolu. You're always in our house, you're always with my husband, you're always this gentle person that seemed to be like, but immediately my husband died, we know what you did. Now you are also trying to erase his memory and all of that. So she called him a betrayer. And then called the Olowo of Owo. She called that one a baby Oba, that he is not man enough to confront the governor that, no, you can't do that as an Oba. So this woman spoke a mind that it didn't go down well. The next thing that followed was this. People from Owo, traditionalists, the Onisheshes, they came out to come and disgrace also. Because they came out to say they need to kill Betty, and they wanted their deity, their idols or their gods, to do it for them. Is this not a shame?
The whole Kabiyesi Ogwaluwaye Odigo Okun Arabaribi to be calling him a baby Oba. I told you it is erroneously bad. It is heinous. It is barbaric. It is outdated. It is rejected. It is denounced. It is accursed, excommunicated, degrading, humiliating, and outrightly unspeakable. That is why they said they wanted to continue to be causing all those who are causing problems, all those who are causing problems in our kingdom here, all those who wanted to perpetrate evil in our kingdom here, they wanted to cause them. If you are a man, they curse you. If you are a woman, they curse you. If you are young, they curse you. If you are old, they curse you. They have been perpetrating evil since the advent of that thing here. You will see a lot of cultism going around. All our youths are no longer responsible, purposely because of all these ugly issues. Said they wanted to go purely traditionalistic. They said what the woman said is erroneously bad. That is why they said all those who are trying to foment problems, to foment trouble in our kingdom, they wanted to cause them. All those who are planning to cause absolute iglidi-piglidi in our kingdom, those who wanted to cause what we call absolute topsy-turvy in our kingdom, they wanted to cause them. Anybody that will not allow our to be peaceful, they wanted to cause them. You will see that all of them ọjọ́ ìbá ti kalẹ̀ ọjọ́ náà èkìlẹ̀ pa ajẹ́kẹ̀jẹ̀kẹ́ pìdẹ̀ndẹ́ balẹ̀ bá ti lẹ́bẹ̀ òní ẹ̀kọ́ adẹ́kọ̀kọ̀ ọgọgọyọgọ òun ó bí fáwọn mi là òun jẹgbẹ́ òun jògbó ni òun wọ́n pẹ̀lú wọn ẹ̀yìn adìyẹ bá ti kọ̀tù ẹ̀yìn adìyẹ bá ti kọ̀tù èdè wáyé dọ̀mọ́ ìgbèdè páyé ọtí kọ̀bẹ́tì tó ní ọmọdóra bẹ́ẹ̀ rí. Káyì máa mú. Àjọ káwé rọ̀ká, àjọ bọ̀lọ̀bọ̀lọ̀ wẹ́rẹ̀ fẹ́. Àjọ káwé rọ̀ká, àjọ bọ̀lọ̀bọ̀lọ̀ wẹ́rẹ̀ fẹ́. Ọjọ́ Yorùbá ti bẹ́ pọ̀kùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ọjọ́ náà ò ní ẹ̀mú gbó. Ọjọ́ Yorùbá ti bẹ́ pọ̀kùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ò ní ẹ̀mú gbó. Ọjọ́ obìnrin bá ti rún òtù ọjọ́ náà ẹgbàjọ ọ̀hún. Ìbẹ́tì ọmọdóra àtòní ìlọ ọbẹ̀ sí ìkìje. Fúnwọ̀n ayájú sọ́lọ̀wọ̀ yé nọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀ lórun báyìí. Àdàbí kù pé ìbá ti ní ìbọn ọgbọ́ yìí ké bá ti tùlù báyìí. Òun èpè yìí mà ní ti mú wọn. Afẹ́fẹ́ gbẹ́nu mà tó ara gi. Àtòní ìlọ ìbẹ́tì ejò ọbẹ̀ sí ìkù. Àtòní ìlọ ọbẹ̀ sí ìdọ̀nálẹ̀. Ìgbé bá ti tó gédégédé kí bẹ́ẹ̀tì ọmọdóra àtẹ̀hún ní yìí lọ òyìnbí àfárá ẹ̀. Ayọ̀rọ̀ sì mí Akérédolú tẹ̀sí abẹ̀ sí bá a. Ajẹ́kẹ̀jẹ̀kẹ́ pì bẹ̀mẹ́. Ìpájú dẹ̀bọ̀dún dẹyẹ. Kálẹ́ bá ti lẹ́bẹ̀ òyìn ẹ̀kọ́ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ìpájú bẹ̀ sí bá a tó ní.
abórunpa ẹ̀yìn ẹgbẹ́ eyú lálára àtòní lọ ẹ̀ má dìgbé eyú líbẹ̀tì máa wò. àtòní lọ ìbẹ́tọ̀ máa dọ́ra dákalẹ̀ olí kàkà gbóhùndé. aráàdì akòhún àlàáfíà tájìnà sí i. kébẹ́ ti mú mi gbẹ̀ kébẹ́ ti talẹ̀ yọ rẹ̀ yìí àtòní lọ àlàáfíà dè àtò ara. torí kò fi ajíbájí àjìfàlàwọ̀ èyí ṣe béèrè ó di baba nínú igbó òun bá lọ́wọ́ dùn ún. ibo tu owó títú bá ń ibẹ̀ ó kéhùn fẹ́hùn sí dọ́gbó bẹ̀ náà èbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ti jà èèpọ̀kọ èèpọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ kébẹ́ ti kí bẹ́ẹ̀ àyájọ́jọ́ ni tàbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ká ti gbé.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí. ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí. ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
You see that? Do you see the nuisance? I don't think it is probably going to make any impact because she's Betty, Abi. So the other guy is calling on Ibeti. So I don't think it's probably, even the deity will be confused because it's like they're just going about. Imagine the deity looking for Ibeti. So they are cursing her for insulting the Olowo, the paramount ruler of our kingdom. So that's why that clown came out to so what he's practically saying is that Betty should be unfortunate, but if you check it very well now, Ibeti. So even if me I be the oracle, they can't give me name Ibeti, or give me Betty's picture like Ibeti, and then you're looking for Ibeti, and then so it looked like I want Werey. Terrorists walked into a war and they killed over 80 people. They say some of this deity that they now brought out to go and help them make Betty unfortunate. They say some of these deities, some of them since that year, they don't run, they don't cross border, go Kitikuba. But you see these clowns have no idea that the same deity that you couldn't call. You remember they actually brought them out. I don't know if you remember. After that attack, a day after, they brought out the gods just to come and make mockery of everything. So they brought out their gods and they said the gods will bring back those killers. But the terrorists that killed these people left. Only for some innocent people to be picked up and paraded. They said they found them at a motel, and the cost that they placed on them yesterday held those two people down. Okay, what about their guns? Till now, we have no idea how that went. Because for those who witnessed the attack that day, there is no way that all those deities themselves did not cross border and ran away to Okitikupa, like somebody said. It's quite funny, but it shouldn't be. Because these are clowns. Brought out what our forefathers used to. Now, today, everybody now, they could look at you and say, oh, get out, Joe. When I was growing up, right? All those things, they don't make them so obvious enough that you have something to. You get what I mean? Like they leave something for your own imagination. These days, they don't leave anything for your imagination. One clown can just decide to be running mad on the streets, and at the same time expect everybody to be afraid. I don't know, maybe because I'm from Ijebu, so it's easier for me to get to see some of these clowns, So if those deities can't help bring back those that killed innocent people And it's been over 3 years now. Somebody like that touts that nuisance. And the sons who dress like, you know. It's called making mockery. Just like just like these two clowns. Okay, I don't even know which one is clown, okay? Because Nigeria has already stressed everybody beyond reach. People are just tough. Like they are just tough like nail. But our nails that they bend, though. Eh? Look at these two older guys. In Lagos, one is traditionalist, the other one is Israelite.
If I uncle you say one more, now in the break matter now now people wanna see me. I dey inside that part, they go to Gazette. This man they preach and not talk, but he's preaching against my tradition and culture. I mean I not agree with that. So as they disturb me, so even me myself I dey sing my African spirituality music. You see the man now. All of us say we yellow fever, you dey please show you. Yeah, yes, brothers and sisters, accept Jesus as our Lord and personal Savior. Pope na baladu, Imam na enjoyment, salvation they enjoy. And it's not in this battle. In the prison, they preach now. African tradition is the best. You people carry your manipulation come to Africa to destroy our heritage, destroy our culture. Go tell them for Israelites. Go tell them for Israelites. Go tell them for Iran. Tell them for Iran. Tell them they kill them. The children of God. The children of God, they're for Iran. The children of God, they're for Israelites. And they kill them for them. Blood of Jesus not save them. Blood of Jesus not save them. Blood of Elijah and Jacob, Isaac, you not save them. Then they kill them. What about the people killing the Benue? Jesus, blood of Jesus not cover them from Benue. Yes. Go and use it for Benue. Go and cover them. Cover them in Benue State and Plateau. Yes. The Fulani are killing us. The Boko Haram. And you are preaching word of God. Word of Jesus. We pray. Amen. The mighty name of Olokun is Omayela like Boko Konimi. If I uncle you say what shall I say unto the Lord? Yes, Lord. All I have to say, thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
It's just so you know that back in the days, you know, people used to keep to themselves. Everybody's just there. Everybody with his own kettle of problem or kettle of fish. Then from nowhere, somebody is just going to say, just rise up. And then, Alafia for you motto you, blessing, praise the Lord in this car, and that's it. And then, you know, everybody is just hustling. That guy that is there to tell you about Jesus is like, no, it's not about Jesus, but in Nigeria, everybody devise means of their own also. Once you preach, you tell them that, you know, you resign as a bank manager because God called you to come and do this job. But right now, for his ministry, anything that God touches your heart to give to his messenger, please, I'm going to come down in the next bus stop. This blessing that you have received today. And you know, say Nigeria, like I said, people get different problems. And it is only inside public transportation that you get to actually see. It's all over everybody's face. You know? Then somebody there may just be like, maybe salvation is coming his way. Maybe what that guy is saying is kind of like touching him. Give him money. So, but these days, now, about everybody, it's mad. They be paid. They don't feel all inside anymore. It's no longer about like mind your business. Mind your business, okay? In public transportation, public transport. You know, I mean, for you to know how things are actually, this is not new. My bet is probably just like higher now. It is the fact that you get to the public transports and you meet some passengers already seated and you're like, please, can you just shift? Just shift alone. Just shift. Right? Can turn to anything. That you begin to ask yourself, do you know me before? And they can latch at you because people are walking, people are walking about like, with their bottled rage, bottled anger, and what have you, that they can't express. So when they have that chance, even when it is not right, even when they just misheard, but they will just let it out. Now you go on to say, is it more than this issue of please shift? Is that why you are now like, say you want to beat me? Yes, I want to beat you. Beat me, okay? Kind of. Yet they say Nigerians are the most happiest people. Is he on earth? Be in the dream? And let's talk a bit about the PDP, right? 2 days ago. Again, I'm not going to go into details of that. I just want to give it as an update. So to say, 2 days ago, the people destroying people who everyone says they are dead politically. And right now, they're just at the departure lounge. What is left is just somebody to be the undertaker that will take them to the grave politically, right? Like literally. So they took themselves, and all of this is simply because of Werey Wike. And Werey Wike is believed to be doing it as well because of Atifku. Atifku and their friends in the north who believe that PDP is their birthright and no one is going to have it. Their secretary right now, Anyanwu, is Werey Wike's guy. This Damagun and others, they are doing everything to try to get rid of Werey Wike, but it's proving so difficult since the court said Anyanwu should be their secretary. Now, whatever they want to do, once Anyanwu does not sign, it becomes invalid. So PDP has now become an upcoming political party. That's why that they do have lawmakers, National Assembly, they have governors. But right now, they do not have any loyal member anywhere. Sad, yeah? Maybe they never had. It's just that it became obvious now, and everybody's now wondering, like, oh, more. She not their greediness, she not their selfishness, she not their, you get maybe all of the above. Doesn't matter. So right now, contesting election. In fact, what they have done to PDP, Baba, by the time you get to 2027, to contest under PDP is just like personally declaring yourself a loser. Because when they got to the INEC place, INEC guy, Yakubu told them that even you, Mr. Chairman, you have written like about 2-3 letters of different guys as your secretary. Right now, we don't even know who is your secretary now. So you need to go back and sort yourselves. So that if you now want to do any national convention at the Congress or whatever, then we can easily say, okay, the right people are the ones organizing this. But with the Wike, it's like, they will not do anything. Nothing is going to happen. Because according to him, until he has his way, which is the right way, which is the injustice against his own guys, is the genesis of all this problem. That's why Werey Wike is telling everyone. But this one is a long watch, okay? Let's first see them with INEC and what they told them and what they told people themselves. Listen.
Opportunity to interact with you. I believe this is one of its kind, maybe the first time. Normally when we have issues, the party always comes and interacts with INEC, but today You've given us the opportunity with our leaders from various organs of the party to be here. I think I will not stop but to thank you sincerely for this opportunity. We are here today, as you are aware, we have issues pertaining the status of our National Secretary. We've gone into litigation, I think, from the beginning of last year until when the Supreme Court, make a pronouncement, of which INEC of the party we're here today to discuss and interact with you sincerely because we had NEC and there was a decision of NEC which mandated me to sign a letter to avoid controversy. And I received your reply on that letter urging us to be guided by certain rules. So I think we are here to interact sincerely with you off camera so that it will guide us when we get back to have a position that will further, have taken these positions that we found ourselves. I think I will stop here so that when the press leaves, we can discuss, and most of my members that are here will also help in bringing out the position that we felt we should combat together. So I will not talk much. I will stop here. This should be like the opening remarks why we are here. Thank you very much.
Let me, on behalf of the Commission, welcome the Acting National Chairman and other stakeholders to the Independent National Electoral Commission. This meeting is at the instance of the party. They requested to interact with us, and our doors are always open to meet with leaders of political parties in our capacity as the registrar and regulator of political parties in Nigeria. You may recall that not long ago, we received similar visitors from the Labour Party. So when the PDP said it was going to visit, we welcome them. The Acting National Chairman has stated the purpose of the meeting to discuss the status of the party's National Secretary, particularly regarding the letter we sent to the party on the request for us to monitor their 100th NEC meeting, which was only signed by the chairman and not the chairman and secretary as provided in our regulations and guidelines. I am glad that that meeting was the 100th meeting of the NEC of the party, meaning that 99 times in the past you fully complied by inviting us by means of a letter signed by chairman and secretary of the party. So there are issues to discuss, and we look forward to this important clarification from the party as to who is the secretary. In the last couple of months, we received letters from the party saying that one Mr. Ude Okoye was the secretary. Thereafter, the party changed its mind and said it was Senator Anyao. Thereafter, the party changed its mind to say that it's Mr. Shokwedo. And again, the party changed its mind to say it's Anyao. And the last letter from the party actually has no secretary at all. It was only signed by the chairman, which we responded to. But we are here as the registrar and regulators of political parties. And we hope when we go into the working session, we will fully understand where you are coming from and what more you expect from us as the registrar and regulator of political parties. So on behalf of the Commission, I welcome you to this meeting. Thank you very much.
This is the consequence of the vote you voted. And it's too early to cry now because actually the real problem hasn't come.
Not yet. And it is even sad when you know that if nobody didn't win any election. Yeah, it is Yakubu. That's the guy that is going to conduct your charade for 2027, except something happens. And I don't think so. But it is Koolu. Maybe part of the plan to get rid of him and get somebody in that will do the job. I won't be surprised. That's Yakubu. But she did a bit of, kind of like wrap up on this PDP madness. They may likely not even be able to contest any election in 2027. Now they are all talking about coalition. So the others have talked, because those who are talking about coalition now are saying that they will just leave the PDP for Werey Wike. And for Werey Wike, PDP would have to endorse Tifnumbu. That's another thing. Imagine, finally, like PDP endorse Tifnumbu for second term. That's the agenda of the war. Here. Sheung.
Everyone. So it began earlier today. You remember the meeting that People's Democratic Party leadership and some governors of the party had with the INEC officials yesterday. And it was interesting, the perspective of the INEC chairman, when he says, you've left us with confused. At some point you said, do not recognize Sam Anyawu, recognize Ude Okoye. At some point you wrote a letter signed by the chairman of the party. Which one are we to take? So the party today, apparently, from what the outcome of that meeting was, came out and made an announcement. Let me allow you to listen to what they said in respect of the position of the National Secretary, because that is a crucial signature for any official transmission of communication between the party and any external force, especially as far as the operation of the party is concerned. Listen to Mr. Umar Damagun earlier today on the position of the National Secretary of the party. Interesting is that you find some governors of the PDP at that meeting. Take a listen.
We have decided to abide by the advice they gave us. Especially, we have a very, very important election before us. That is the FCT election, and we are running out of time, so we have no option but to abide by the decision. After due consultation and everything, we thought it's a bitter pill, but we have to swallow it. When I said critical decision, I now is resuming as the National Secretary. I think that's the most important thing. We'll have a caucus, expanded caucus, so that we will discuss extensively the way forward to NEC. That would be on the 30th. We'll issue the notice. It will not going to be NEC, but an expanded caucus.
But that statement got a reaction from the Minister of the FCT, Mr. Wike. Let me allow you to listen to what he said in reaction to the announcement for possible reinstatement of Mr. Samayo.
I heard it when the acting national chairman of PDP was directing the national secretary to resume. National secretary is not your appointee. National secretary has been doing his work, so you can't call him to resume because of the illegalities you perpetrate, and that you don't show leadership. That's where you put yourself where you are. It is nobody's making. National secretary has been working and will continue to work. It doesn't require anybody to direct him to resume work. It's because of the ignorance of the law. Too bad. Too bad. The law does not recognize ignorance. That you are not, that you are ignorant of the law. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. And so I feel so bad when people can now move to INEC for INEC to direct them to the Supreme Court judgment. It's most unfortunate. A political party would now go and ask from INEC, what do we do? INEC would now direct you, go and obey Supreme Court judgment. You see, when you shoot yourself, you say somebody that shot you. Continue to shoot yourself. I will not be party of those that will shoot myself.
Well, that was a statement earlier today by Mr. Wike in reaction to what Mr. Umar Damagun said. But well, this is where the kick is. About 11 members of the NWC and leadership of the party had come out, led by Mr. Taufik Arakbaja, who is the Deputy National Chairman South of the party. Also in that signatory to the statement is the National Public Secretary of the party, the Acting National Secretary, the National Treasurer, the National Auditor, the National Financial Secretary, the National Vice Chairman Southeast, the Caretaker Committee Chairman South-South, the National Woman Leader, and the National Vice Chairman Southwest. About 11 of them, and they came out.
Of our grading leaders. Oh, Tonja, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike so that you eliminate all of them, so that we have peace in our nation. We'll try them in one aeroplane so that it will crash land in the course of their journey. Our security agent, IE.
So I just wanted you to see that. But like I asked in the comment, right? How do people sit back to listen to Werey Wike? Like, well, we are here to do a commissioning of these gutters, this drainage. So then I mean, it's there on the podium talking about the project that they came to commission, and then they will just switch and start talking about like what you just did there. Like how do people like sit down to, but they probably have no choice. You know what I mean? It's crazy though. Anyway, PDP, we are witnessing its demise or its demise, right? So see how far that goes. But Tifnubu and his gang working tirelessly to ensure that by the time they get to 2027, according to them, there will be no single opposition to Tifnubu to challenge him. That's what they are building. That's how confident they are. And they keep sort of like pushing that in the public. Like when Werey Wike told them in Abuja, the same people you stole their land. He told them this today.
You should be able to, I mean, even if I don't like you, if you're doing something good, I appreciate it. Mr. President, you do something which has changed the landscape of Abuja. For Abuja to compete like all other cities in the world. So even if you don't like Mr. President for like his sake, appreciate the good work that Mr. President is doing. Any right-thinking person who has conscience
would not say that Mr. President has not done a lot as far as Abuja is concerned. Mr. President has changed the narrative as far as the FCT is concerned. And like I said yesterday, if there's any previous government that did this and we are claiming it, please, you owe the public, come out and say no, we were the ones who did it. They are just claiming. Let anybody come out to say, we are the ones who did it, and they are just claiming it. And
nuisance, Lele.
He hasn't paid the school teachers. Hospitals are dilapidated in Abuja. Werey Wike is patching roads, repainting them, installing street light, which is maintenance, and then rolling out the drums to do party. But there's something I have observed, especially those of you in Abuja. Wait to. I'm trying to kind of like frame this thing I want to ask, because if you are from Abuja or if you are living in Abuja, you may be able to answer this. The inferiority complex, as well as legitimacy, the legitimacy staffed criminals who are looking for legitimacy, they know that you Abuja people don't like them. I mean, every now and then, Werey Wike is always there to remind you that, you know, you didn't like us. You don't like Tifnumbu. You didn't vote for him. But he has been very nice to you. Werey Wike has been nice to you. He has been, building your bridges. He has been fixing your roads and all that. So is it that you Abuja people continue to, do you say it to their faces that when the opportunity presents itself again, we won't wait. We can't wait. Rather, we can't wait to get rid of you guys. Because I don't understand. Every now and then it's like he continues to remind you, Abuja people, that you must support us. So, even though you didn't like us before. Because Werey Wike is always everywhere. When it is not about you do for me, I do for you. You do for me, I do for you. In 2027, even when you are not kind of like answering him, Werey Wike will be making promises and pledges on your behalf. In 2027, sorry. Mr. President is going to win Abuja in 2027. It's going to be 100% landslide. Because Abuja people have never seen anything like this before. Abuja people have never, like that. So he's making promises on your behalf. So I want to know how you guys how you are relating with Tifnumbu and his people in Abuja. Are you saying it to their faces that they are usurpers? Nobody wants them. Because it can't be like person where they, where they do everything to impress a girl. The girl no even notice him. You know what I mean? And then Baba can't become so frustrated. They say, fine girl, see me. I was the one that came the other day to drop all those food and everything. Your mama no tell you. Oh, it was you. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Bao. Come now. I don't impress you rich, ni. When are you going to say yes? Kind of. That's the way I see Werey Wike and Tifnumbu in this Abuja place. Or is it that Werey Wike's, what do you call it? The Werey Wike's social media handlers, they are doing so well that only you in Abuja are not impressed, because they are saying Werey Wike is the super minister. That he is the bedrock of Tifnumbu. So, why do you think Werey Wike always want to confirm every day, he wants to confirm that no go Shegun them again in 2027? Oh dear. Iluto Zidlano. First, this one.
So this list officers and Tesla officials, risking their life on one way. This guy, oh my God, this is guy took one way all the way from Asaba. He's done from. Oh, this is serious. He's going. One way. Instead of passing, this guy is on one way, running speed, chasing his foot. This guy again, look at it. And they're still there. Oh my God, this is serious. This guy is just something else. Why? Oh, can't you just stop and beg? Oh my God, look at. Ah, this guy is just something else. Oh my God, on one way. Does he not know anything? See, he's still running. Just imagine, on one way, running on one way.
Now, trailer with that though, that possibly escaped from the police, their mounted roadblocks, right? Extorting drivers. He escaped from them and is on his top speed, facing the oncoming cars on a motorway, expressway. They will die here today. Don't worry. It is similar to what happened this afternoon in Port Harcourt, River State, when people, despite all the warnings, all the education, enlightenment, and all that, still have to put their lives on the line, at risk of scooping fuel from a truck that crashed in the streets. It got kind of led to fire or a view, but why would anyone, I'll keep asking, why would anyone, any sane person, ignore all of the risk and what have you, and pick up a bucket to go and scoop fuel from the drainage? Like, some will even scoop all this fuel, right? And they put it in the bar. They will turn, they will turn the water from their different, what do you call that thing again? Drums. Yeah, drums. Who will empty their drums of water and then fill the entire drums with fuel. Like this one.
Okay, but this one, when I don't fear say some people happen. But you don't the scoop since. See your leg, you don't the scoop since. What is the thing na petrol? When the tank are first one, I will get it for a bridge and put that up. After I went, I went to happen. Because I know when you get money, you don't know what was around the trouble like this. No, you don't fear say fire fit catch you for you. Why people are on this thing? I become Nigerian boy. When I don't press, when I leave them today, it's our Christmas. You never leave them. I mean, won't leave you. No, won't leave them. You don't follow. I'm white. Wait do you want to do with all this is the way to speak now? What do you want to do with all this is the way to speak? This one I just said. Not even make this. You say I this time. I like him. Yeah, I see that. You say? This someone with a someone like this, I like him. I see this time for. No, but what? You don't mean if I carry that thing, I hit I now. You don't say now diesel, but what is the name of petrol? What do you do? No, wait. What is the cost of doing this now? Why I can't burn you? Yeah, don't stop that hunger. So, where do you want to carry this away? How much for this one now? Thank you, sir. All right.
No problem. Now today, we don't watch Nigerian movies now. Nigerian movies, we don't watch it. We see people on television. They have better see us. Nah, not a video. We don't watch the video. They see this in how many years on television? Man, I don't contact here now. Make this your camera. Nobody the one with the see us. I don't hear anyone. Man, I don't come for you. Go back here and go here. Let's go, my friend.
Too much. As we come up for that one, thinking, let's have a break. That's why some people started screaming around Ogunpa Ibadan. Egba wow, help. As we peep, that's what we see say flood they carry cows. Now, everybody watch this or kind of like had to stay and watch because would you like to go and rescue a cow from Okupa Kana in Ibadan?
Agbára ti wá màlúù lọ. Ọlọ́run òjò dẹ̀rọ bí báyìí o. Màlúù ti lọ o. Màlúù ti. Iná ni láìwá nínú àjíìmù. Ó ti gbé kékeré, ọjọ́ ti gbé lọ. Ọjọ́ ti gbé màálù o. Ibo náà ti wá dúró báyìí. Gbèsè lélẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ yìí o. Kò kú sí téèyàn lè ṣe. gbá àwọn èèyàn lọ. Ó ti gbé méjì lọ. Ibo náà ti dúró báyìí. Ọmọ èrè gbé màálù lọ, mímọ̀ ti gbé màálù lọ, màálù 10. Màálù 50, omi ti gbé màálù lọ.
Like I said, Nigeria is a place where if you happen to be God, and maybe if you are bored, you just call the angel and say, you know what? Like the same way some people will be like, put on the cartoon channel or Comedy Central or put Nigeria on, channel Nigeria. And at the place where we say, sometimes I have to question myself, say, now me create these people too. You know that level where you have to be wondering like, wow, God, they create too. Imagine, you know, like God look at everybody like this, say, who are these ones? They say, they are Nigerians. That place is called Nigeria. Oh. Angel Gabriel. God, they create you. Now we'll be like, God, now you created them. So now we created these people. Wow, are they create you? Kind of. You know? Here, by the way, is a man that got elected as the president of the Nigerian students, but the son to the president of the country, Sheyi Tifnubu, decided otherwise. Choose another person, then lock this one up. So this morning or yesterday, the court granted him 5 million naira bail while he continued to attend a case instituted against him by the Wuse II service, DSS. But they've kind of like fulfilled these bail conditions today, and he's been released. He was with Shure earlier. Look at his face. Isa Atiku.
I don't know how I remain eternally grateful. I remain eternally grateful. If not for somebody was granted bail, but he remained in detention for 12-13 days. 12-13 days.
People they don't bail, they don't even release them.
In short, when I met Nnamdi Kanu,
nobody follow up story.
This is the SS. Don't celebrate yet.
Yeah.
That was what Nnamdi Kanu told me. Say, don't celebrate yet. This is the SS. They have granted you bail. That does not mean that. And some of them.
This is your own baptism to do what is right.
They told me that like we're there with them.
I think we have about 5 months now.
Yes, I don't know how I remain.
From his own experience, he met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had to be his comforter. Tell him that, listen, I know this guy is so dishonest and very, very, not like a lawmaker. I mean, like lawbreakers, sure. So, but he's free now, thanks to Omoyele Shure. 13 days after, they finally got him out. That's him there with his daughter and his wife. Talking about insecurity, by the way. On a chair, I've been NHA. I don't even think we need this. Our time is far gone, but this lady has something to say, especially to the Abia State Governor concerning insecurity in this manner.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joyce Koolu, and I want to plead. It's a call of plea. I want to plead with the government of Imo State and the government of Abia State to please help our children safe in Abia State. There has been a lot of kidnapping going on in between Okigwe to Uturu, and it's becoming a daily norm. So I want to beg the government to please look into it. And you know that place has a bushy areas, and when school children are going back to school, ABSU students will be going back, a whole empty bus will be emptied in that place to kidnap all the children inside the bush. I want to beg the governor of Abia State, my own governor, the governor that hears the cries of the people. I want to beg you, Bikonam, please, hope that security in the road of Uturu. Maka kidnapping Lagazelozai, the goes in that road is becoming too much. It's a plea I'm pleading. that you should help us save our children. We are indigenes of the state, and most of our children are in that school. Please, my excellency, your excellency, I want to plead. Governor of Imo State and Governor of Abia State, Okigwe is Imo, Uturu is Abia. I am begging and pleading, please, for security on that road. On Sunday, one happened. It keep happening like that all the time. Please, I'm begging. My name is Joyce Kalu. Adabia, I beg you. Good morning.
We are a poor nation. The ban coal will follow. They say firewood not smoke. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
They do it. Okigwe, Imo. She's raising alarm on the insecurity that affects the travelers. But it's worse than that. You see, when they tell you why an average Easterner stand with IPOB that care so much about them and their safety than the politicians that talk so tough and loud but does nothing. This is why. Because you see, apart from those who are traveling, like those who like shuttle this route every day and risk their lives, there are those whose risk is right there waiting for them on their own farms. Smallholder farmers, right? Women, elderly, who use the piece of land in the community to grow food, but only for them to wake up. And then they have these terrorists on their land destroying the same thing. It is like somebody coming into your home and setting it ablaze. That's how it feels like. Oh, do you know the distance between Futajalon and Futasoro to Okigwe, to anywhere in Imo? The distance is very far. Once they see something like this, when their media want to report something like this, a woman whose farm got invaded, protested, if she gets killed, when their media will report it, they will say, farmers others clash. How? Asal now.
Our people. But you can wait to make you carry the cow. He say in this thing don't spoil. He say you carry this cow, enter in farm, spoil in farm. Concerning our people.
It is just not right, you know. And every day, all these victims, the only few ones who record the incident and put it on the social media, get to show us what it is like in real life that people have been subjected to. And they are so helpless. Some of them don't even know that their videos have traveled that far, that people are seated in their homes, in their cars, in the offices, and they are watching the video of how these Fulani terrorists and, destroying people's lives, killing the people, and the victims tearing, crying for justice. You see, most of them don't even know how far their own videos, their experience, how far they have traveled, and how much of that have connected us to them and their sufferings in that place. Many of them don't know. I do this to help you understand beyond just the talk, beyond just the headlines, the real context. You see, it is not even just context. There are real life victims of all of these atrocities. So when you see a piece of them and we share that, it is to give you the, a bit of a glimpse, so to say, a taste of a degenerated, rotten system that continue to enable that. So you know what is also not right is to have an agency, an institution set up to help correct the national imbalance, inequality. They call them the Federal Character Commission. It's about fairness, it's about unity. But when you now work for people whose foundation or the motto should be about service to humanity, equality for all, begin to scam everybody until their staff decided to say they've had enough.
No water, there's no security. All our state offices that have been rendered redundant. All our state offices have been shut down. There is no life. So pay water, salary, even contract staff is a problem. What we know and what to do in federal character for 5 years is to collect slots from MDAs. Yes. Is to collect slots from MDAs. This woman will negotiate for the slot. She will be the one to collect the slot. What we are saying this morning is that Nigeria can be better if federal character is functional. If security will reduce, if federal character is functional. If the distribution of post amenities can go around Nigeria, what is the cause for agitation? When we the north will be fighting the south, when we start fighting the east, we want Nigeria to work again. And what we are saying to Mr. President,
it means all of us should go and dig our grave. So we are saying no to oppressive leadership. For outsiders taking away our jobs. God will bless you. For not allowing us to carry our statutory jobs. Those of you that joined us here 2020, you now have a more training. No. Those of you building your career in federal character.
No water.
So these are the signs. They say when the end is near, there will be signs and wonders. You are seeing signs and wonders that are showing to remind you that the end is near. But a lot of you are very stubborn, Seeing is believing, they say. The end of Nigeria is very near. And if nothing is done to stop the bleed or the bleeding, you will witness it when it won't even be it won't be a peaceful one where everybody would have to kind of like agree and say let's go. Then now only people will survive will form another country. That is going to be the end goal. If nothing is done to stop these rogues in their track. But who am I? Everything is not doom and gloom. Somewhere in Aba, a trader found money and then he returned it. Said it's 2 million, it's 4 million. So I don't want you to go to bed tonight and be like, This one should cheer you up. They are not all bad. They are not all good. But posterity is there to judge everyone. Watch this.
1 naira. Don't take 1 naira. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm on 1 naira. Manager for 4 million at the year. He's a tricycle man. Someone forgot this morning on his tricycle. He's about 4 million naira. He's the woman that has the money. Yeah, it's in Aba. Look at the money. I see him having the money on his head. There are still good people in life. He's a tricycle rider. Look at the owner of the money here. You can see it. This is happening live in Ariana.
$4 million cash. So I think he was forgotten in his tricycle, you know, the keke, and he returned the money. And in that Nigeria today, even the crowd there is like, man, very, very good man. Because right now, where everyone is trying to survive a technoeconomic, I look back, we was in the motto meal. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Let's go take some rest. So thank you. Remember, you can still hear this broadcast before you go to bed tomorrow. I should be on for the brunch time. Let us take a look at Werey Wike's fire towards Obi. There is much to dig from that. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. And those who are already at night, enjoy the rest of the night. Say good night from here. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
òkúra olóṣèlú
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàbò. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.